Today, we're going to talk about the teenager in their family, the parent-child relationship, and what we as student ministry leaders can do to help kids struggling in the relationship with their parents. My name is John Gehrig. This video is part of a series on adolescent development. To minister effectively with teens, it's important to understand them. Click the link in the description below to check out the Youth Ministry 22 website for this video's notes, links to other videos, and other helpful youth ministry resources. Movies usually portray a lot of conflict between parents and their teenage children. While conflict is important for movie plot, in most homes with teens, there are some disagreements, but not usually on such a grand scale. The idea of an all-encompassing generation gap is mostly a myth. Most conflict happens over the daily little things. Parents nag their teens about homework, or because they came home late the night before. Laurence Steinberg, in his book on adolescence, pointed out that often conflict with teens can occur when parents see an issue as a matter of morality, while their teen can only see it as a matter of taste. As an example, when our daughter was a teenager, we sometimes had this scenario. As my daughter appeared at breakfast, my wife would shake her head and say, "You can't dress like that for school." My daughter would say, "Why not? I think I look nice." To this, my wife said, "What will people think when they see you in such provocative clothes?" And my daughter would say, "Mom, this is totally normal. You don't like it just because it's new." In this exchange of ideas, you see that for my daughter, her clothes were a matter of taste. Mom just didn't understand the newest fashion. For my wife, it was a matter of morality. This outfit sent the wrong messages about our daughter's character. Here's another example from prehistoric times when we bought video games in a store. My sons and I were in a shop and they found a war video game they were excited about. They said all their friends loved it. I asked, "In this game, do you shoot and kill people? I don't care if you shoot monsters, but I don't want you to shoot people." They said, "Dad, it's just a game. It's not real. You just don't like video games, or you would realize how cool it is." Again, for me, it was a matter of morality. For them, it was a matter of preference or taste. Parenting style is one factor that impacts the parent-teen relationship. According to research by developmental psychologist Diana Baumrind in the 1960s and adjusted by later researchers, there are 4 parenting styles. Authoritative, authoritarian, permissive, and uninvolved or neglectful. According to this model, the authoritative style is the best and has the best results. The authoritative style is marked by 3 traits: warmth, for example, love and acceptance; control, rules and expectations; and preparation for independence. All of these are in balance. In these healthy families, parents allow adolescents to grow in responsibility and independence while supporting them emotionally. The authoritative style strikes a balance between being in charge and being open to discussion. The adolescent is empowered to participate in decision-making. Some of the positive results often shown with authoritative parenting are that the adolescent learns flexibility in new situations, develops intelligence and morality, and is generally more open to parental influence, and is willing to live under a certain amount of parental control until he or she leaves the family. Another parenting style is labeled authoritarian. It sounds similar to authoritative, but in this style, there is only one priority: control. The expectation of these parents is obedience without question. Discipline is strict. There is little or no warmth in the relationship. Independence is discouraged. It's my way or the highway. One problem with this style is that the child is usually not well prepared for independent decision making after leaving home. The parent has always decided for the child. Another sad consequence is that there is not usually a close relationship with the parents, maybe only resentment. The adolescent sometimes resorts to rebelling to get what he wants because the parents do not discuss it. The third parenting style is labeled permissive. There is a lot of warmth in this style, but no control. It is a very passive approach. The parents love their children, but maybe they're uncomfortable or unwilling to be in charge. Or they may honestly believe that too much control hinders the healthy development of their children. Let them learn from their mistakes. These parents may, for example, suggest a bedtime, but figure the child instinctively knows how much sleep he needs and will go to bed when he is ready. These parents are not authorities, but advice givers. This style was promoted by child psychologist Dr. Benjamin Spock in the 1950s and 60s. However, this style of upbringing does not prepare a child for the real world, where a person must be able to submit to rules at school, then bosses at work, and realize that the whole world does not revolve around him. The fourth kind of parent is the uninvolved or neglectful parent. In this style, there is no warmth or control. In fact, there's little contact between the parents and the teenager. Parents do not communicate with their kid or even know what he or she is doing. Sometimes the parents are focused only on their own needs, interests, and problems. Perhaps there are health problems or addictions or work demands that prevent parents from paying attention to their kids. The best situation is when both parents use an authoritative style, balancing warmth and openness with control and guidance. When parents have competing approaches, problems can arise. Of course, not everything is dependent on the parents. The temperament and choices of the adolescent make each relationship and parenting approach unique. A more strong-willed teen will need something different than a compliant one. And of course, in the end, we are raising independent people who will make their own choices in the relationship and in life. But as we are instructed in Romans to live in peace with each other, as far as it depends on you, parents who want a peaceful relationship with their teen should strive to parent as a team, balancing warmth, openness, and control. And single parents can work toward an authoritative style while looking for good parenting support from other trusted adults. What does all this mean for the ministry, where youth leaders are often not parents? One of the first rules of teen ministry is to never speak badly of someone's parents. The teens may complain that his parents are too controlling or not give him enough attention. You can acknowledge that this is true, but never say, "I'm sorry you have such bad parents." When you criticize the parents, you are implicitly criticizing the teenager. He is their offspring. Instead, it's better to say, "Your parents are probably distracted or worried about other things if they don't have time for you. Or maybe your parents are so controlling because they care about what happens to you." Be sincere in what you say, but don't criticize their parents, even if they deserve it. You also have an opportunity to be a spiritual parent or an older brother or sister to your ministry kids. You can provide the warmth, openness, and direction that might be lacking in a teen's family life. Your attention, time, and care can help. And if you see situations where they are out of control, you can lovingly confront them. And so, conflict between parents and teens sometimes comes from different perspectives. Parents see an issue as a moral question, while the teen sees it as more a matter of taste. Parenting style can impact the relationship. The authoritative style balances control, warmth, and independence, helping the teen feel loved and safe with allowances for growing in freedom. Authoritarian parenting focuses only on control and obedience without warmth or concern for the teen's independence. The permissive parent is warm but passive and lets the teenager call the shots. And there are parents that are uninvolved and neglectful, lacking both control and warmth, with no significant relationship with their teen. The student leader can help kids from dysfunctional families by not speaking badly of the parents, playing the role of a spiritual parent for the teen, and giving guidance and correction to the teen as needed. Our student ministry can play an important role in helping teenagers through this difficult time. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. In the next video in this series, we'll look at how family changes during the adolescent years affect teens. Be sure to join us. Also, check out our website at youthministry22.com and find lots of free Bible lessons, discussion meetings, and other resources for your ministry. Thank you for caring about teens. See you next time.